What does it truly mean to reclaim your power as a woman? To break free from the stories, the expectations, and the pressures that have shaped the way that you see yourself and the way that you live in your body? This question has been at the heart of my work for many, many years. And last night, I watched a movie that not only asked this question, but explored its depths in ways that have left me stunned and moved and truly inspired. So this movie is called The Substance, written and directed by Coralie Fargeat. And it's one of the most powerful visual commentaries on the struggles that women face around body image, beauty standards, and the reclamation of our truth. The thing is that this movie is not dialogue heavy. It doesn't tell you what to think or what to feel, but instead it uses its cinematography, its lighting, its transitions, music, and sounds to guide you into the discomfort and the heartbreak and the transformation. For me, it felt like I was watching the internal battles that I see in my clients and in myself play out on a screen. So in the movie, The Substance, the main character, played by Demi, she embodies the torment that so many women face in society, obsessed with youth, with beauty and perfection. And this obsession isn't just external, it seeps into our minds, creating a toxic relationship with ourselves and our bodies. And we do live in a world that tells us as women to shrink, to tighten, to smooth out, to erase. And it tells us that our worth is tied to our appearance. And the closer we align with this ever-changing and possible standard, the more valuable we are. And if we don't, or if we can't, we're dismissed, we're diminished, and we're forgotten. The truth is that this pressure isn't just external, it becomes internalized. And it's now that voice in your head when you stand in front of the mirror. It's the hesitation that you feel when you're about to step out of your door wondering if you look good enough. And this movie captures that internal war so vividly. The horror elements are not just for shock value. They are a reflection of the violence we inflict on ourselves when we try to fit into these boxes that were never designed for us. Another key message in The Substance is how the male gaze shapes our perception of beauty and worth. And the film intentionally mirrors this objectifying lens through its cinematography, highlighting how society scrutinizes women's bodies, often reducing them to objects for consumption. And this unrelenting gaze it not only distorts how others see us, but also how we see ourselves, perpetuating a cycle of shame, comparison, and self-rejection. So the male gaze, it teaches us to perform, to be desirable, to be perfect, but it never asks us to be whole. It's happening to my hair. So reclaiming your power means breaking free from this gaze, right? And seeing ourselves through our own eyes as the complex, multifaceted, and deeply worthy beings that we are. And this is deeply tied to the work that I do with women and why my mind kept being blown as I went through this film. But helping women reclaim their bodies as sacred, as powerful, as theirs, to see their bodies not as objects to fix, but as vessels of strength and wisdom and life. And one of the most striking messages of this film is the idea of reclamation. It asks, what have you given away? What parts of yourself have you dimmed or hidden or silenced to fit into someone else's vision of beauty and worth? And in my work, whether I'm doing nude yoga workshops, working one-on-one with my clients, or group events, this is exactly what we explore, the calling back of energy, of truth, and of our voice. And in this movie, this rawness, its discomfort, and its beauty, it reminded me why this work that I do is so important. I only saw this film last night for the first time, and I know it's going to take me weeks to digest and filter through every experience that it offered me. But to be honest, I'll probably watch it again. Because the first time last night, I was just so in awe of the shock factor and the beauty of the visuals. So after watching it, I haven't been able to stop reflecting on my own relationship with my body and my power and my voice. And last night after the film, I was asking myself, and I was asking my friend who I was watching it with, like, wow, where have I let societal standards dictate how I see myself? How can I create a more loving, empowering relationship with the woman that I see in the mirror? Not only today, but every day when I look in the mirror as I age. And I want to invite you to ask yourself these questions too, whether you've seen the movie or not, because this isn't just a conversation about the movie, it's a conversation about all of us and what this movie has like inspired me to talk about. It's about the journey that we are on as women to reclaim what has always been ours. And the substance, it just reminded me of that journey to reclamation, and that it's not always comfortable. It's messy, it's raw, and sometimes it's downright scary. But it's also beautiful and it's also worth it. And if this resonates with you, I invite you to join me on this path, whether through my in-person workshops or one-on-one coaching online, or simply continuing to have these open conversations. I just want to continue stepping into the fullness of who we are, of shedding away what no longer serves us. And if you've seen the movie, I also want to hear your thoughts on it. What did it evoke in you? How did it challenge or inspire you? Let me know in the comments. I want to keep this conversation going because I think it is so important. And it's the first time I've ever heard of the genre of body horror. So now I'm going to go into a whole rabbit hole of body horror movies. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being you. And until next time, take care of yourself. Remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are worthy just as you are. Like, subscribe, comment, have a look at all the stuff I've offered down in the description, and I'll see you next week.